Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I wanted to check back in again today. I've been guided to do this kind of it's almost like a video log, really, of checking in with myself and transmuting the energy that I'm in right now that, so many others are in right now too, but talking it through. I have this block with writing. I would like to be able to journal about things and be able to write them out, but I just feel like I'm so restricted by my brain, and my thoughts move so much faster than my hand does, and I get frustrated with it. And even just the idea of writing out these things sometimes just restricts me and stops me from doing it. But I feel like I'm able to have more flow in this way, and I can express so much more in this way as my thoughts come. And so if you will just indulge me, I have some transmuting to do through my voice. So what I've been getting lately is, and if the last two videos that I did were also me transmuting and sharing that with you. If you're watching this back later, it was the videos entitled, the first one was Keeping My Heart Open, and the second one was This Is Me. The energy that I have been experiencing has been this kind of a roller coaster, and it's almost like a mourning. There's been this mourning going on, and it's a collective thing, definitely. The old templates are dying off. The old template of distorted masculine energy, the old versions of us are dying off, and it's necessary for them to die in order for us to be reborn, to accept ourselves in this new energy, to anchor this new energy into this new template as the template is being built. But there is a mourning process that needs to happen in order to grieve. As humans, we need to grieve when we experience loss. We need the freedom of those emotions. We need to allow ourselves to experience that process that humans go through. It's an important part of transmuting. And what's happening right now is that any kind of loss that we've experienced in our life that we did not process properly, we were not able to go through the grief process properly, those experiences are sitting in our subconscious, and they're being brought forth. Some of the things that you're experiencing right now are you're experiencing that timeline breaking down, the timeline of that loss. If you lost somebody when you were younger, if someone passed away, or if someone left your realm, or if there was especially if it was traumatic. I mean, any loss like that is going to be traumatic, but sudden is what I meant. The effect of that loss on you ripples out and plays out certain patterns in your life, because we separated from it, because we protected ourselves from the pain of it and didn't process the depth of our empathic emotions and sensitivities in order to protect ourselves from the pain. Those timelines continue to run, though, under the surface, and those have come up for clearing. We are clearing through those timelines and shifting onto a new higher vibrational timeline. And so whatever was unexpressed, as I'm having throat chakra stuff, whatever wasn't expressed, we are accessing the stuck energy in that timeline in order to free ourselves of that timeline, so that we can be reborn. So what does that look like? It looks like a situation in your life that feels like loss right now. It feels like you don't know where home is. It feels just complete. You just feel completely lost. Experiencing abandonment. Maybe someone has left your realm. That's what I'm going through right now. Maybe someone left your realm, and it was done in not a peaceful way. and there's no closure. Someone left and just kind of ghosted you, or they chose someone else, and it feels like an abandonment. It feels like a betrayal. It feels like, you lost. It's even harder to lose someone when they're still there, when they're right there. It's almost the reflection of, someone's parent who checked out emotionally, but was still there, but kind of left the family emotionally. There's that energy that's coming up to be cleared too. So we're experiencing, and in the middle, in the throes of grief, the 5 stages of grief. Denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and acceptance. And you can oscillate between any one of those stages until whatever is left within that stage is expressed in the way that it needs to be expressed. For a lot of you, it's coming out as anger. It's coming out as anger and rage, and this is so unfair, and it needs to be expressed. That's the version of you that lost your father when you were younger, or lost your friend in a car accident, or whatever kind of loss it was that you experienced. They are coming forward to be seen right now. And we need to connect with them. We need to connect with them and allow them to be exactly where they are in the stage that they're in, and really hold them in that space. Allow yourself to experience the anger. Allow yourself to express the anger. If that is, speaking it out loud in this way, I've been going through a lot of anger in the last couple of days, and it is towards my person who, we have broken up and have had our deepest wounds triggered. Mine is being abandoned, and being abandoned for someone else, and replaced almost. And there is so much anger that I have. It is playing out and is a reflection of my inner child who, my father left us because he chose love in a different place, and it moved him away from us. And so, it's like replaying that timeline. There's repressed grief and anger and all of those things, all of those emotions that I wasn't allowed to experience, or I wasn't held in and shown how to experience them properly at the time. And so it's just been playing out over and over and over again, the pattern of that in my life over and over. And this situation with the person that I felt the most safe with and opened myself up to the most, has, in the most intimate way that you possibly could, has triggered the deepest pain in order for me to access real intimacy. And the mirror of that intimacy that we had together is keeping my heart open and accessing that intimacy through the pain too. We cannot get to the depth of our sacred heart, the power of the intimacy in our sacred heart, without allowing ourselves to feel the pain. When we protect ourselves from feeling the pain, we stop ourselves from feeling the love too. The reason we feel such deep pain is because we have the capability to love so deeply. So whatever repressed pain that you weren't able to feel in your life, you're going through that right now. You're going through that. I just went through the anger phase. I went through the denial phase for a little bit, right when it first happened. And then the anger for sure. And then the bargaining, because I felt like it was all my fault. Because I felt guilt for having triggered him, and him, his reaction was to almost, want to completely cut me out of his life. And so my little girl has all the guilt that it was her fault, that he left because of her, because she wasn't a good girl, because she did something wrong. And then he chose someone else, and, he never talked to her again after that. Well, not never, but. So she feels like it's her fault. So there is this guilt along with the bargaining that, I'll be a good girl. I swear I'll be a good girl. And then I went back to the anger again. And I was able to express the anger to him, actually, to my person, my ex-person now. And I am grateful that he is still there, that he's willing to be there for whatever I need to find closure in, and if that's expressing my anger towards our situation and what he's doing right now, and how it feels for me, I'm very grateful to be able to express that to him, and I did. And now, definitely feel like I'm moving into that depression stage. Hopefully it only lasts a day. Hopefully I can transmute it pretty quickly. But I just need to honor it. And I need to feel through it. And I've been processing through the loss of some deaths in my life too, that I was never able to experience fully. And all of those timelines, as I allow myself to feel them, have been kind of collapsing. And now I'm just working my way up to acceptance, just getting to that point of acceptance and keeping my heart open in all of it, in just letting myself experience it and not cut myself off of it, not cut myself off from him out of anger and just, just completely fuck off. And again, I don't have the answers. I'm just transmuting this. I'm just getting it from my brain and getting it out. And I wanted to pass on the message about what we're experiencing with the grief. So just hold yourself and allow yourself to be held. Open your heart up to the guidance and the connections that are around you, that just expressing what you're feeling in this moment. Just know that that's enough for now. That's enough. You are enough exactly as you are, exactly where you are. And you don't need to put on a face anymore. You don't need to put on your strong face. You don't need to put on your put together face. You be exactly where you need to be, and allow it to teach you and allow it to be transmuted by working its way through you. We have to allow ourselves our human emotions and to anchor into this human body and come back from those old timelines, come back to this now, where we are now, and this new world that's being created. In order to be reborn, we have to let go of that by grieving it. That's how we let go, is by going through the process of it. There is no easy way and there is no quick fix. This right now, we are accessing the depth of our Chiron wound, of our deepest protective mechanism around our heart in order to be able to get to our sacred heart. Anything that is in the way of that expansion, this expansion of your heart that you have asked for. You have asked for a lot of you, you've asked for union. You've asked for twin flame. You have asked to access that energy, to bring that in, and anything that's in the way of that is being brought up now. Twin flame union, twin flame energy is your sacred heart. It's here. It's expansive. It's intimacy. It is sacredness. It is divine energy anchored right here in your human body. That's what twin flame is. And you've set the intention that that's what you want. And so anything that has blocked you from accessing that is coming forward right now. You're expanding. And so, we allow the pieces to fall away. For so long, we've been trying to pick those pieces up. We've been trying to pick those pieces up, pick up the pieces. But really, we need the pieces to fall away. We need to allow ourselves to be exposed. We need to open ourselves up to be seen in every way, in all of our, all of the aspects of us, so that we can be held, so that we can be received. So that we can receive. You cannot fully receive the depth of sacred energy without allowing yourself to be vulnerable and exposed through the pain too. Okay? That's today. Star date 1:15 in the year 2021. The year of big change, rebirth. It's coming. It really is coming. And you're exactly where you need to be right now. You're going through exactly what you need to go through right now. And it is so hard. And I see you. I really see you. It's going to be a roller coaster for a little bit. It will. And it's okay. It's okay. Just connect with those around you. Connect with those like this that you know will resonate with you. And keep allowing. Keep allowing. Keep connecting. Keep allowing yourself to be seen. Okay? Love you guys.